You know, I'll never understand why people come from these foreign countries to the United States and then turn around and try to make it like the same place that they came from. You know, to me, that's just totally idiotic. It makes no sense whatsoever. You come to a country that has more freedoms than most. You come to a country where you get more support than most, and you want to turn it into a country like where you came from, and you want to preach hate, discontent for the American flag, for the soldiers, for the police, and you still think you should be given things freely because of where you came from or where your ancestors came from. And that's the biggest bunch of bullshit that I've ever heard in my life. Nobody owes you a damn thing. Nobody owes me nothing. You know, I've worked ever since I've been 12, 13 years old. Literally. And I mean, some of the work I've done has been back-breaking labor. And, you know, I appreciate everything that I've got. And the problem is, these people from these other countries come here and they act like it's open house. Just take what you want, do what you want, say what you want. You know, run this country down, step on the flag, wipe your ass with the flag. And we as Americans are supposed to just sit back and take it. You know, when is enough enough? We've watched as our leadership has placed these people in power, in positions of power. And I'm not being racist. I'm not trying to be cold or cruel with anything I'm saying here. But you cannot put these people in positions of power because it goes to their head. They're not true leaders. They're just power hungry. And when you put somebody in the position of power that can't handle it, it turns into being a disaster. Joe Biden's a good example of that. Barack Obama was a good example of that. The Clintons are an excellent example of that. You know, they have all done their part to get us to where we are now. And so have a few others. Eric Holder, you know, Bush, and a few more. Soros, you know, I could name a few more. But they're the perfect ones that have got us to where we're at now. And where we're at now is you have groups that hate the United States, but yet they stay here. And they stay here because they're afraid to go to their home country. They're scared to death to go home because they know they know exactly what's waiting for them at home. At home, they would be called a traitor. At home, they would be either locked up in prison, beheaded, or shot. And that's just That's just the facts of it. Some of you people out here that's, you know, whining, bitching, and crying about things need to go to some of these foreign countries and see how these people live and see how they put up with burning their flag, desecrating their flag, disrespecting their elders, disrespecting their rules of law, the rules of government. You know, you really need to go to some of these other countries and see that, because in some of these other countries, you know, they will behead you in a heartbeat and not think twice about it. And that's just a fact. And you come to this country and you get educated in this country and you get put in political positions that you shouldn't be in. And all you do is make life easier for criminals and harder on the law-abiding citizens. And I think everybody in the United States is about fed up with that bullshit, because we don't deserve that. We didn't ask for that. The law-abiding citizens didn't ask for this. We didn't want this. This is not the country we wanted. You know, all everybody does anymore is go around preaching hate and discontent for the United States, but they sure love the perks of it. They love the benefits of it. And that can't be stressed enough, because you're coming over here and you're making a fortune out of the country and trying to turn it into the same country that you came from. I mean, take your time for a minute and stop and think about it.